And our word for today on this Monday of the fifth week of Lent, on this Monday, April the 7th, our word for today is guide. Guide is our word for today, taken from the 23rd Psalm today. And this is a Psalm of David. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are at my side. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me. He refreshes my soul. He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you're at my side with your rod and your staff that give me courage. I want to share a story with you today. Honestly, it's one of the best stories I've ever heard, and it fits right into this theme today of guide. If you're familiar with Simon and Garfunkel, and particularly the song Sound of Silence, I'm going to give you the history of that song. It's amazing. And it's amazing what we can do in our human capacity, our capacity to love, our capacity to care for one another, and to be guides for one another in good directions at times. Again, this is the story of the song Sound of Silence. When Art Garfunkel was a student at Columbia University, he met a fellow student, Stanford Greenberg. The pair quickly became close friends, then suddenly tragedy struck when Greenberg was watching a baseball game and his vision descended into a blur. He was informed first that it was merely conjunctivitis, but when he completely lost his sight, it was clear that he had been misdiagnosed. Sadly, glaucoma meant that his optic nerve was no longer functional, and Greenberg was declared totally blind. He became reclusive and left college in a slump of depression. However, Garfunkel willed him back. He offered up a hopeful beacon to Greenberg to show that he might have lost his sight, but everything didn't have to perish along with it. Garfunkel promised to walk him to classes, guide him around campus, and offer up his constant support. He even adopted a moniker for himself, the moniker Darkness, as a mark of empathy when he was with his troubled friend, his blind, troubled friend, for whom now everything had become darkness. However, knowing that his time beside his friend was numbered, Garfunkel was keen to usher him towards independence. One day, while at Grand Central Station in New York City, Garfunkel told Greenberg he had to urgently return to the campus university for an assignment that he had forgotten about. This meant that Greenberg was now abandoned in the hectic melee of New York City at its busiest time. Despite calling it the worst couple of hours of his life, Greenberg persevered and made it back to campus, where Garfunkel grabbed him by the arm and let him know that he had been following him the entire time. He just wanted to get him ready for independence. Brothers and sisters, that's a man, that's a broken man, leading another person, having empathy for that person, and leading them through the darkness to bring them confidence. Greenberg, by the way, as an adult, had tremendous success and served our community, served our world very, very well in the scientific fields, which he would not have been able to do without the assistance of Garfunkel at Columbia University. Why? How do I tie this into Psalm 23? Brothers and sisters, King David went through great difficulty. He went through great difficulty, and yet the words that he shares give us great solace. He was not always a perfect man, and yet he knew that even in the midst of the darkness, even in those times when he was being attacked, even when his own son rose up against him and tried to defeat him as king, he referred to our God as his shepherd and revealed the confidence that he had in the one who was his guide. Yes, we can love those friends that we have, those who step up and become real heroes for us. But we have only one real guide, and that is the Lord God himself, our shepherd. Guide, our word for today.